my song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's insane. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah!
Howdy ho! Welcome back to Coolest Alive, the daily dose of greatness where we prove pop culture can still save your soul. 6 days a week. That's right. Jesse Blaze Snyder here, the coolest man alive, broadcasting from the electric underbelly of Blacklight District Studio. It's Tuesday, so strap in for a rapid-fire obsession session over one of the greatest animated films ever drawn. Quick reminder of the weekly lineup so you never miss a hit. Mondays, we do music. Wednesdays, comics. Thursdays, live-action royalty. Fridays, absolute wildcard chaos. This week is a Nintendo banger. And an original Nintendo banger, and 5 short passion bombs every weekday. Then Saturday, we either deep dive something incredible for a full hour or burn the whole system down for the culture. And this past weekend, we did a great celebration of the Critters franchise, which I highly recommend you check out. But now we will kick off today's animation celebration in just a second. But first, a quick message from our sponsors, me, my company, Blacklight District Studio, where we cook up boutique music and comics that you can't find anywhere else. And honestly, I'd not be here speaking to you if there wasn't a need to promote my company, promote my work, and everything that me and my brilliant friends do. Full disclosure, I love to create music and create comic books a billion times more than I like to promote them and recommend them. But I do like to recommend them because I love this shit. So I'm glad to be recommending them. But really, what I really want to recommend to you in my heart of hearts is my company, Blacklight District Studio. We've always got something cooking over at Kickstarter. Right now is no different. You can get in late, probably for another week or something, on the sound healing frequency album that I made. It's a collectible album. If you want to just listen to it regular, type in Jesse Blaze wherever you listen to music, iTunes, Spotify, whatever, and you'll find it. But if you want to get in on this, it's a collectible, limited. There's like a gold foil edition. There's a bunch of free things that we're giving away. It's cool. If you like me and you want to support me and you want to be a part of this, it's a good way to do it. And if you like me on, say, like the comic book side of things, this supporting this campaign will be supporting the Sugar and Bones anthology comic book magazine, which is the next thing that we're going to be launching, hopefully mid-January. Okay, so that's awesome. If you want to get in on that for these physical things, go to blacklightdistrict.studio and you can link straight to the Kickstarter. That's a really easy way to do it. Also, if your third eye isn't already tuned in every Sunday to everything they don't want you to know, my esoteric deep dive into the hidden truths of reality, then tune it in. It's literally medicine for the psychic part of your brain. All right. And this past weekend's episode of Everything They Don't Want You to Know was really particularly good and meaningful for me. For me personally, and I think for everybody, I offer a skeleton key to reality. It's about love, and it's called Love, the only motivating factor that matters. I really think it's an important episode for people to listen to, and also for those who care about me and really want to see me bare my heart, because I definitely bear it on this show. So if that sounds interesting to you, go check it out. All right, enough foreplay. Time to set your whole week ablaze with the fire of greatness. Today we're diving into Disney's 2012 love letter to retro gaming, Wreck-It Ralph. Directed by Rich Moore, this one stars John C. Reilly as Ralph, a Donkey Kong-style arcade villain who's been smashing the same building for 30 years and is just a tad sick of being the bad guy. He game jumps into a Halo-like shooter called Hero's Duty, and then into the candy-coated racing game Sugar Rush, where he meets Sarah Silverman's glitch character Vanellope von Schweetz. Cameos everywhere, Bowser, Sonic, Q*bert, Street Fighter characters, all officially licensed, which is fucking basically never happens. It made almost $500 million at the box office. It scored a 7.7 on IMDb, got an Oscar nom for Best Animated Feature, and inspired a sequel that ruins the whole fucking thing. Don't watch the sequel. But more than just a kids movie, it's one of the few mainstream American animated films that actually understands video game culture instead of just making fun of it. Using the trope of masculine man defends small child to really glorify in a positive way, I think what so many men are drawn to in video games, an ability to practice our aggressive and often protective instincts. Because, you got to go save that princess, man. Let's talk about it. So, I'm such a big Disney fan, big Disney animation fan. We've already, we started this, a month ago or whatever, and I've already covered, I think, 3 Disney movies already. We did Sword in the Stone. We did Robin Hood. And now here is Wreck-It Ralph. And I literally have just made a concerted effort. I can't do a Disney animated film every week. You have to differentiate. Other things need to go in between. I was like, okay, bump up Mask of the Phantasm. But to a certain degree, I was just sort of naming my favorite animated shit out of the gate, and a lot of my favorite animated things are Disney. And with fucking good reason, man. They've been doing it the longest. They've got the biggest amount of output, and they have made some incredible pieces of animation. And, somewhere along the way, Pixar was pulled into the Disney end, Pixar, and it became interchangeable. Pixar and there, that's Disney as well. But I was the biggest Pixar fan. And in my top animated films of all time, Monsters Incorporated was my favorite animated film. Had just edged out Sword in the Stone and Robin Hood, which had been my 2 favorites. And when Wreck-It Ralph came out, I realized that it edged out Monsters Inc. Still love Monsters Inc., of course, but Wreck-It Ralph really spoke to me on so many levels, because Wreck-It Ralph has a wonderful premise, similar to Monsters Incorporated, in that it brings to life a world that really kind of wasn't there before. But even better than that, it brings to life a world that I was already tied into it a little bit. I'm not the biggest gamer on the planet, mostly because I have an obsessive personality, as you might have fucking noticed. So it's I pop on the new Zelda game and, congratulations, you're not going to see me for 2 months or something until I've gotten it completely out of my system. And for 2 months, I'm going to be dreaming about picking up rocks and finding rubies and shit because I'm so obsessed with the game. And, that's the thing. So I limit myself to video games. Not that I don't appreciate and love, video games very much. And especially video games through my children, being able to bond with my kids over that. It's just the greatest thing ever. We did our episode a couple weeks ago on Fortnite. So fun to be able to connect with anybody, connect with family, connect with friends who are overseas. I know so many people who are playing video games with their family in the military. He needs a Switch, man. I got my Switch. It's plugged into the wall. If I get a Wi-Fi connection, I can play with people anywhere. I really believe video games have bonded us and bond us in great ways. And, people are often talk about the violence and whatnot. It's simulated violence. Simulated violence is a very different thing. Simulated violence, I think, is a great, what do you say? The thing to blow off steam. Get that steam out of your body, man. And even more so than that baseline of I got to go save the princess. You're saving the lady. She's not a princess or whatever, but you got to save the lady from Donkey Kong. There's something to that. It's major. That the fact that was an early lure for the video games. Hey, you want to go save a princess? What's that playing to? It's playing to a very heroic and good part of the masculine experience. It's really positive. The fact that at the end of the day, these men in a non-masculine way, but they are going into this world to perfect their ability to be a good defender, to be able to, and granted, there is exceptions to this rule within games and whatnot, but the underpinning bit of it is definitely I'm going to go practice my skills of being a man. It's simulated man skills, but I think intellectually, just the fact that we're playing this game like this of just like, I'm going to go save a princess a bunch of times from this evil dragon. Like, what more do you want, man? This is why I love superhero comic books and whatnot, because it's people who are appealing to a higher ideal, people who are doing things that probably aren't. So, it's not good for Mario to go into that castle and fight that fucking. I mean, granted, he might be able to get some afterwards, but really, what's the motivation? The sex isn't worth fucking dying. How many times you got to die on one of those levels before you make it through, right? It really is showing. Look at the lengths. Granted, it is simulated, but I'm really just, as a metaphor, video games are a wonderful thing. And I think it's illustrated beautifully here with Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz. The voice casting is wonderful. John C. Reilly he's a national treasure, that John C. Reilly. I fucking love him. You know what? I'm just, as I remember things, I need to do a live action episode of fucking Walk Hard, dude. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. It's being added to the list. I've been adding so many fucking movies to the list. I've been watching so many because I've been here visiting my family, and I've been still under the weather, but good enough to enjoy some films. And oh man, so many great ones. I can't wait to recommend all this shit. A lot of great practical effects, creature features. I've been watching a lot of giant monster movies, giant animals and shit. Really having a good time, actually. It's been a while too, because I had a moment where I wasn't enjoying entertainment as much as I used to, and I'm back, baby. I feel like I'm really just it sucks to do a show, like a podcast, something like this, where I'm talking about all these things, but I've kind of lost my love for it a little bit. And I did, I was feeling just a little bit well, not the things that I was recommending, of course, but new things and what I just feeling I had lost my spark to explore certain things and whatnot, but it's coming back. Like I said, I explored the critters, and I'm exploring some creature features, and I love creature features, and it's just been great. And it's just kind of reminded me I just got to put my fucking attention where I want it to be. I just got to focus on the shit that I want. Let me look a little bit deeper into this area that I like, and this area that I like. Ooh, look what I found. As soon as you look, you find things. As soon as you go searching for good new music, you will find good new music. Go searching for good new comics, you will find good new comics. Maybe you have to go through some shit beforehand. I got 2 great creature feature movies, and then the next 2 that I watched I thought were dog shit, even though they'd been recommended to me in the same breath, they were good, and but I really love John C. Reilly in Wreck-It. I love him in everything, but in Wreck-It Ralph, the depth that he brings to the character, you really feel it. Mr. Cellophane from Chicago, he had that right, kind of self-deprecating. I kind of hate myself, I am what I am, but I can't deal with this. Feeling down on yourself and not really liking the role that you've been cast in, I think is something really universal to a lot of people. I felt that, as Dee Snider's son. I don't always like the fucking ramifications of being treated like I'm Dee Snider's son. I'm a bad guy, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm Dee Snider's son, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm not Paris Hilton, or some of these celebrity children that used to infuriate me growing up, because I just always went, oh my God, now everybody's going to think that that's me. Sarah Silverman is also excellent as Vanellope. But you got Jack McBride as Fix-It Felix. One of my favorite hats in my wardrobe of hats is a Fix-It Felix hat. I'm gonna fix it. The basic premise of the game. I've played the game, the Fix-It Felix Jr. game, which they made, and it is very classic Donkey Kong-like, and you climb up the building. It is fucking fun. I don't know if you've ever played the Fix-It Felix game that they made to promote the movie. It's excellent. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. Also, one of my favorites in here, besides also Jane Lynch, who plays Calhoun, who's the military character from the Halo-like game that they go into, Heroes Duty, with also a great, what's his name, the president from 24, Dennis Haysbert. He does a little voiceover cameo in there. Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk plays King Candy. Fucking love Alan Tudyk. We've talked about him on the show before. If you haven't gone back and get the recommendations for the fucking Resident Alien show, or hear me freaking talking him up on coverage of Andor or Rogue One. Alan Tudyk, he's a national treasure, motherfucker. 2 national treasures in this movie. Alan Tudyk is this shit, man. Really, really, really love him. It's really terrible. Heard that Alan Tudyk was his robot character tested better in the test screenings for iRobot than Will Smith's character, and Will Smith had him removed from all of the press screenings because Will didn't want him to overshadow. Alan, you overshadow everybody in every movie you're in. You're the man. He's so fucking talented. Tons of different people in here who end up with some little voice roles, like guest appearances from Ed O'Neill, Jolo Truglio. That he's from what's that fucking show called with Andy Samberg, the cop show. I don't watch the fucking show. My brother loves that show. So whatever. For those of you who know, you know. Minnie Kaling. Eddie McClurg, she's a character actress from so many different things. Jess Harnell, I know Jess Harnell. He's great. He's Wacko from fucking Animaniacs. Yeah, I mean, just like a ton. Skylar Aston's in here. Adam Carolla. There really is just a lot of great guesty voices coming in. Rich Moore, who directed this thing, is incredibly talented dude. He's also known for Zootopia, and he is also responsible for the fucking worst sequel of all time, fucking Ralph Breaks the Internet. But this dude's also directed Futurama. And I think Ralph Breaks the Internet I think it's terrible because of the boss, the Disney boss, the lady who helped get rid of John Lasseter, who directed Frozen. She's not talented. Frozen is a poor man's version of Tangled. They got all of the design elements and everything that they succeeded with Tangled so well, and the music was really good, and then they did Tangled, but not as good, not as funny, but slightly more beautiful because it was just all this white and blue, just had so really visually appealing thing. And then they had those hit songs in the thing, which made Frozen so big. And that led to that lady being put in charge of the Disney brand. But she is not brilliant. That story, lots of holes and lots of pieces, like it is so much weaker than Tangled, which came after it. So I hate that Tangled never got the fucking respect that Frozen gets. Frozen was fucking stupid. That lady got put in charge, and she started ruining things. There is a ton of shit that came out during her tenure. The things that came out when she was a boss that were good, they were in place and done prior to her being in charge. Everything that was terrible over the past 8 years of Disney was from this fucking lady. And I am 100%, I blame her for fucking Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's just, God damn it, what a fucking terrible fucking movie it was. But Wreck-It Ralph, the original, we just pretend that Wreck-It Ralph, 2 didn't happen. Wreck-It Ralph 1 is just wonderful. Heartfelt. The relationship between Ralph and Vanellope is sweet and wonderful. The humor is there. The visual landscape of member berries, for lack of a better word, just lots of video game things, getting to see them sort of interact, and they all are in the same world in the mind of a gamer who's playing this game and this game and this game. We are often choosing between this cartridge and this cartridge and seeing this character and this character side by side. To see them side by side in the film is quite a bit more than member berries. It is a realization of something very physical going on in our reality and in our minds, where we're having to connect these people to a certain degree, these characters in these games, because we're seeing them side by side. There's Pac-Man, there's Donkey Kong, there's Mario, there's there's Sonic. Oh, cool, it's Mario and Sonic together. it is wish fulfillment. This movie is total wish fulfillment. And the storyline, just everything about it, just the way it brings the when Ralph leaves his game and now the game's broken and they got a do not disturb not do not disturb an out of order sign on the console, or what do you call that, the arcade machine. That's great. This is little things that break that fourth wall down and give us something real to imagine underneath the surface of all the games and all the characters that we love. And, kind of gives us the ability to, man, today I'm like, the words that I want to use, and they're just not coming to me. But, we could overlay what we're seeing with Wreck-It Ralph onto any of our games, and we can kind of have our own idea about what Donkey Kong might be like, and like some of these things more deeply, think about them all more deeply, in a silly fan fictional kind of way. But like, it's like, because you don't have to even actually think this and write anything down or anything. It's just that these doors get opened in your mind for possibilities that makes it all better and more magical and just more fun to think about. So you got to just love Wreck-It Ralph for that. I really appreciate what a great job they did bringing this whole thing to life, having it be good enough that they could get all of these different video game companies to sign off on having their characters appear. I mean, fucking Zangief in here is just like this. It's hysterical. He's got more than just a little cameo. There's a bunch of characters that have cameos, but there's a couple people who have a bit more than just a cameo. They play a little role, and that's just so wonderful to see. I really think putting that sequel aside, and Wreck-It Ralph will long stand the test of time as just a really beautiful, heartfelt piece of animation that brings the world of video games to life in a way that I don't think anybody ever expected to be done, but just does it so beautifully. And I recommend this movie with all my fucking big heart. This is a movie for people with big hearts. If you're somebody who's a big softie like me, you're going to love it even more. But that's it. That's your official Coolest Alive animation recommendation for this Tuesday. And we'll be right back on Monday with music, Tuesday again with animation, Wednesday tomorrow with comics, Thursday with live action, Friday with Wild Card Madness. We're doing a Nintendo game because I picked Wreck-It Ralph. I decided I'm going to celebrate my favorite Nintendo game. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know what I'm doing for this Saturday's hour-long show. We're either going to tear some shit apart or we're going to, celebrate something for an hour like we do. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. Anyway, you can email me at jbs@blacklightdistrict.studio. Tell me what is currently making you excited that you might want to recommend to me, or tell me what is fucking making you excited that I already recommended to you. I read all the messages I get. And do not keep sleeping on my other podcast, Everything They Don't Want You to Know, dropping fresh esoteric fire every single Sunday. And it's where we rip the mask off of reality and hand you the actual instruction manual. This Sunday was all about love and how it's the only motivating factor that matters. This is a cheat code to reality, if we want to keep it in video game terms. And you should listen at greater length. But love, every motivation you have, though often distorted by necessity and need, must, poverty, whatever it is, it all comes from love. And if we can get back to remembering that the reason why everything we do is love, it will change our lives. Check out that episode. And yes, Blacklight District Studio, we're still out here cooking boutique music, comics, and merch that you can't get anywhere else. Jump in on the current Kickstarter or late pledge a glow-in-the-dark goodie before it's gone at blacklightdistrict.studio. This is Jesse Blaze Snyder, beaming out from the neon heart of Blacklight District, telling you one last time to stay cool, stay lively, baby. Care Bear Steer, I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, when we talk about Flash Iron Heights, one of the greatest one-shot prestige format graphic novels ever made. Cheers. You've been listening to Coolest Geek Alive with me, your host, Jesse Blaze Snyder. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more excellent geek culture content. Thanks for listening.
It's my favorite part. Isn't that heavy? I played that. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Coolest alive. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Stay with your tribe. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Revenge of the Geeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Week after weeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Laughing with you. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And crying sometimes too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Spelling it out. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Making you shout. I'm a genius. I got lyrics coming out me bum for days. You like that? It's a kazoo solo. I played that too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Talking some shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Living your shit. My voice is fucking awesome. Food in our mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Get in the mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Tell all your friends. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Call right our text. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Raising the bar. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Straight to the stars. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's starting soon. Straight to the top of the awesome. Passing the moon. It's gonna be fucking awesome. On with the show. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Ready, set, go. It's going to be fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Just wait. You'll see. You'll all see.
The podcast playground. Hooray!